is not allowed legally. The other boat that is allowed cannot be used using chota chota. Okay? So now there is a confusion on that. But now chota chota is supposed to be used by these people using small boats. So now can we get some help? My people are confused. They don't know what to do. There is this fishing going on. There is this one that has been stopped. But now the minister is saying they should not use. First of all, Madam Speaker, when the report talks about juvenile. The report talked about juvenile cells, and like Honorable Balimoiso said, some places don't have juvenile cells, and these children are put in the same cells with adults. However, when you come to island districts, these probation officers have to transport children from, for example, Kalangala, Buvuma, to Naguru, and Kampiringisa. This is very costly for them, yet they are not funded very well. So I think to the committee chairperson, I would request to add that recommendation that yes. And also, Madam Speaker, when we talked about local councils, the people in charge of children affairs are the secretaries for children affairs. That is the deputy chairperson of the village. This I think brings us back to wanting to elect these people into those positions again, and we make them legal such that they help us with this issue of parenting. Then finally, thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. I want to thank the honorable members after getting involved in the topics. This is what is going to help the Secretary Committee on ICT and doing their oversight work. Yes, Helen. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. I thank my honourable colleague for the elaborate report, only that a few aspects have been left out, and because this side where I stand is supposed to check you, I am obliged to do so. Madam Speaker, he gave us a good report. Like I said, he left out some that I'm going to throw my light on. One, I want to thank you that you're going to connect all the districts and inclusive of the islands, because our network connection is really bad. We thank you for that, and we believe it is going to happen soon for security purposes. Madam Speaker, allow me read this verbatim, please. What we have very many challenges when it comes to this phase.
You read the document.
Thank you so much. I'm going to only read the challenges, Madam Speaker, or the emerging issues from his report. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, the UN Trade and Development, which is an intergovernmental organization within the United Nations Secretariat that promotes the interests of developing countries in the world trade, warned about the climbing debt burden of the low developing countries, Honourable Minister. And it also states that it undermines the service delivery, especially when it comes to education and health issues. Their debts have not only grown, that is the debts of the low developing countries, but also become costlier and riskier. Between 2011 and 2019, low developing countries debt service it tripled to 33 billion US dollars, which represents between 5% and 13% of the value of their exports. The pandemic has exacerbated the situation with all these seas, that is the low developing countries. Debt repayment set to hit 43 billion US dollars in 2022. Such a burden will jeopardize the COVID-19 recovery efforts and sap the public funds needed to fight poverty and invest in essential infrastructure such as roads and hospitals. Honourable Minister, we are very much aware that Uganda's history when it comes to debt repayment is not as good. And even when we get loans or acquire loans and this Parliament passes loans, we don't use them accordingly. We mismanage these funds. So I am not sure if this UGAD or this phase we are going to use that money properly. I invite you, honourable colleague, to make sure the ministry uses this money appropriately to best serve Ugandans. There is also an issue of lack of insufficient staff. Now that the AnitahAmong has been nationalized, this project is very big. It is a very big one, and you have limited staff. I want to know from this side how you are going to,
Sound check.
I want to know how you're going to handle this project with limited staff, because it looks huge and it's going to serve the entire nation. Then also there is an issue of the confusion between retail and solitary. How have you managed to get to phase 5 without solving this issue of retail and solitary? I need for you to give us that information. Then, Honourable Minister, there's a problem here. There's lack of coordination and linkage with other regional institutions. You will find that and when you want to access it elsewhere, you will not get access because there is no interconnection. And we also talked about 300 Wi-Fi hotspots. Madam Speaker, we are aware that we have about 580 hotspots, Wi-Fi hotspots, said to be functioning in operation. But I want to Honourable Minister, I will implore you, Honourable Minister, to get your phone I'm grateful we got both ambulances to help our people in the islands, all islands by the way, the Kalangala. But unfortunately, these have not been funded. So I don't know what these were thinking about procuring ambulances without fuel. We were even thinking they should give them to some of us to use them as maybe tourism boats or leisure boats. What are they doing? They're just parked somewhere and they're not helping our people. I think government should rethink about giving island districts hospitals, because if you buy an ambulance and this ambulance has to take people from Kalangala to Entebbe to get a hospital, and you have not given us fuel, it means you should construct hospitals in these island districts for people to get from the islands, allow me to speak about the islands in regard to the national ID renewal. Most of our people have not accessed this because of, I think, the distance between the islands. And when it comes to extortion, when it comes to extortion, this one in our islands comes with money such that you can get to where you are. So they say the But I'm also thinking this is global to do operations for money. It is unfair to them. Then also, Mr. Speaker, they don't do, most of them don't do agriculture in farming. They do fish farming. Thank you. We would also get an idea of the fishermen being given fishing nets. You see, when you give the farmers seedlings, it is just important that you do not leave out the fishermen and women. I implore government to give the fishermen fishing gears, like the fishing nets, and also maybe give them the subsidize on the taxes on the fishing gears, like the engines that they use, because an engine now, Mr. Speaker, of 15 horsepower is about 9-10 million Uganda shillings once. And fishing nets are very expensive. This is why actually we're going to illegal fishing, because illegal fishing methods brought into the country are cheaper than those that are legal. So if we could also implore government to ensure that the fishermen in Uganda have a recommendation